Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the clan war of ConFd versus INGT tonight. Getting some of the last minute things taken care of. There we go. Looks like our first match is going to be Wada Zalzi versus Roman. Hopefully I get that right. So who's the lead? There we go. That's better. What's going on, guys? How's your Friday night going? Just gonna throw something out. If there's any problems with the stream, please give me a holler. Music too loud, type of deal. I've been tweaking settings all day to get this right, so. Alright, first game loading in tonight. It's going to be a PVZ on Vonnie Research Station. Ironically, I just had to quit out of a match for this, which is the same matchup. That's interesting, going to be fun too. Anyway, kicking it off in the top half of the map. Up in the northern part, we have representing INGT, the Teal Zerg Wadazalzi. And down at the bottom, we have the red Protoss from ConFd. I'm going to go with Roman. Taking it off with a pylon, immediately sending that probe out to scout. I never really got a chance to explore this map, like look around some of the art. It's pretty standard opening so far. We're just going to kind of look around. Some weird foliage and stuff in here. Like greenhouses. Gas gateway coming down. No expo right away. This map also has a very nice pocket expo, which is easy to get into. Kind of hard to defend from drops, but also a very good expo for Zerg. Excuse me. Which we do see Wada take that expo. Looks like we're gonna have some pretty standard openings so far. Hatch gas pool. Music, my bad, there we go, got it. Yeah, this is game one, man, and INGT stands for Insight Gaming. I apologize about the music, I forgot it was on. Get very good at drowning out music. Anyway, we have a Cybernetics core coming up behind that, so yes, a very standard opening and a gas steal from Wada. So yeah, some pretty standard openings here. Let's look around the map a bit. What is that? Like a Stargate or something? Interesting. KA30. That's pretty neat. A lot of really neat art goes into some of these maps if you actually look around some of the tile sets. Just kind of look around the map a bit. There, we got two queens on the way, a couple wings popping out. Overlord's kind of hanging out here. Gonna float on over here, see what he can find. He's gonna see Cybernetics core and a gateway. Should realize that depth is about to pop out of there. Nexus finishing up. Gas going down to natural. So depth is going to get sent out across the map. Get some scouting done. This little probe might get picked off here. Nah, he'll be fine. He's going to pull his links back. This is depth on the way over. He's going to get spotted by this overlord, but that's kind of be expected. North-south map. Not a lot of room to run around the outside. And these 6 links here should just push this depth back. Just going to shade up. This should get cancelled. And speed is about to finish up. Warp gate on the way. Another gateway going down the natural. Love Shakur is going to go to work on that geyser. Speedlings on the way down. 5 speedlings on the way down here. They dumped at the front door. Not going to get much done with these lings at all. Going to hang out. They're going to poke up this ramp. See who's in the depth here. Oh, they actually get in. There's an opening in front of Cybernetics core. They should get some probes here. Well, these are going to get pushed away. He didn't lose a single probe yet. He is going to get 1 probe. But these lings are going to get pushed away. He is going to get the scout there. And 1 probe. 2 probes for 5 lings. I'm not going to say that's really worth it. That ling. All he wanted was that probe. How many queens we got out here? There's 3 queens out. Go start pushing that creep out. He's not taking a 3rd yet. I feel he's actually kind of late. He's not really seeing any aggression coming out of Protoss right now. Gonna plug that hole with the pylon. What do we got going down on Robo? Resonating glaives on the way. Are any forges for this? No, there's no forges. So it looks like he's just gonna get resonating glaives. Go do some Warp Prism harass some Adepts. Natural's oversaturated. Couple Stalkers here are going to push his Overlord out. He's going to see the Stalkers. I don't know if he saw these Adepts coming across. So does he have anything out to do with these? He has 4 Roaches out. If I was any Glaze, I do believe these Adepts are going to trade a little bit better with these Roaches. He's going to shade up. See that there is no third. He's probably going to let that finish. Yep. He's actually in a pretty good spot here because all he saw was the shade, so he doesn't exactly know where they went. They could have went back south. He's actually morphing 3 Ravagers. These Adepts is looking around, see what's going on out here. He realizes he's gonna realize there's no third, so he's sitting in a pretty good spot. 2 base gets 2. Toss actually has a pretty good advantage here, except for the fact there's gonna be a big Roach push coming out. There's a Warp Prism on the way. I don't think he has anything back home to deal with the Roach Ravager push. What upgrades that? Still speed versus Glades. These poor Adepts. They didn't ask for this. That shade is actually going to finish and it's going to pop down into the natural. This Queen's here is just going to push it away. I don't even think he's going to get 1 drone. Nah, he's focusing the Queen. Now Hydra's already on the way out. I do believe he saw that. Does he know about the Hydralisk Den? No, he doesn't know about the Hydralisk Den, but he probably saw the right Hydra's down here, so. Okay, well, do we have anything back home to deal with this? Just a handful of Sentries and Stalkers. This Adept is going to see the push coming out. And they are expanding behind this, so this is not an all-in. And here we go. Proton Overcharge is going to go down. Pylon being focused down. The Time Warp going to go down. The Sentries dropped into force fields, and this should get cleaned up relatively easily. No, that Mothership core is so low right now. These poor Roaches Ravagers just stuck. He's going to get pushed away and have to go on home. Not much getting done at all, like a Pylon. And not even anything. I don't even think he got a Sentry there. This Overseer is going to get picked off before he gets home. Wanda is definitely getting some reinforcements out. He should be able to defend here. But he's losing vision, and there's a Warp Prism on the right side. This needs to go down. Ooh, you could focus it down there. But the rally point here is going to get a little wonky for Wanda if he doesn't keep this in one area. The Warp Prism has gone down, but I feel there's just too much Protoss here. Gonna back off. Cindy sent a couple of shades up to look around. He knows there's a third. He's not gonna let it finish. You see that there is no 4th. The water just kind of hanging out in front of the ramp here. Another Warp Prism on the way. 2 Forges behind this, and we're gonna have +1 range. And Blink has started up. Which is actually kind of interesting because I do believe Blink and reach across this, if I remember right. This army is kind of out of place. I don't think Wanda knows that that army is rotating. I don't think the Overseer saw it. The Overlord saw it. He's way off creep here. I think that Zergling is kind of giving something away. This Immortal in the back is actually going to be enough to break this army. Gonna push him away. Got a couple Stalkers there. Again, Wanda is just trying to reach that max army supply. Army supply is slightly in favor of Roman. However, army supply is a little bit behind. 94 to 78. Let's face it, we all know how well Protoss can trade here. And this is just a bunch of like Hydras, so like But Resonating Glaives, I feel he could use some more depths here, and he would just chew through these Hydras. But again, remember these Hydras are going to have +1 range, or +1 attack now. And he's going to fight way off creep, which means if he doesn't win this fight, this is going to be pretty much over here. He's going to force field away, trying to lock some of these units out and lock them in. Trying to take that 4th base over here on the left. That's a Piranha. Looks like he's going to expand to the right here and take the gold. There's a harass going down, and there's a warp prism drop, and a lot of adepts is going to work here. 18, 19 drones killed already. And it looks like Wanda isn't going to come back and clean this up. He's just going to go for it. Pushing it on the left hand side. There's not much room for him to get anything set up here. He has like no concave. Remember the concave from Protoss here. It will beat the convex of Zerg. And a rally point just sending his Lurglings across the map. Now he's just ignoring his adepts. These adepts that does so much work. 35, 30. The drone count just keeps going up as far as drones have been killed. And the warp prism back home. I think this is getting way out of hand. Wanda has to win this fight, otherwise this is over. He has the concave set up, but I feel like Defender's advantage. Protoss is going to be able to warp in on the next rotation and just clean this up. There was no Mothership Core here. I just realized that he doesn't have that Photon Overcharge. I don't think it's going to be enough either way. The Blink back, so Blink Micro is going to be game. These adepts just killing drones, working on the hatchery, working on gas, all for 7 probes. That's game. And game 1 goes to Roman of ConFd. Good game, good game. Let's get this score updated here for you guys. Alright. Real quick, I want to throw out there, if commentation stops and it's only follow cam, I apologize. It's going to have some family stuff happening here shortly. And I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But for now, enjoy some Monster Cat and while we wait for the next game. Can't believe 40 drones, like 40 plus drones just died there in that harass on the other side of the map. And that's pretty much just what sealed the deal for Wanda. He couldn't get a good fight down there on Protoss side. And with the Defender's advantage for Protoss, just being able to warp him back home. And just Stalkers in the depths were all he needed to really beat that army of Wanda of nothing but Hydras. Alright guys, the next map is going to be Overgrowth. A blast from the past coming at y'all here. I'm really excited to see a lot of these older maps coming back. Like, I just remember a lot more memorable games being played on these rather than some of the newer maps. Don't get me wrong, I really like Dusk Towers and maps like that, but like Whirlwind, I've actually lost to like Blink DTs here. Just coming up in my 3rd into my main, he just blinked right over the gap there. I want the game heart mod because it makes the WCS overlay a lot more enjoyable to use. Alright, the next map is going to be Roman against Robotic, our current clan leader. I apologize if you guys are picking up any crazy background noise. I actually had to boost my mic a little bit because I've had issues with game audio versus actual commentating audio. I've gotten that straightened out pretty well. So the snowball mic does a lot of work. Also guys, if you want to check out the match afterwards, or the stream afterwards, I will have it here on Twitch, and I'll also export it to YouTube for you guys, so you can check it out there as well. And we are just waiting on the game to start. It's going to be another ZVP. Hopefully one that's going to be a little bit more, not so much one-sided as far as that harassment. That was crazy. Like 40 drones went down to that. Gonna throw up the stream on my Facebook, see where I can get in here. Alright, ZVP on Overgrowth. Real curious to see how this is going to play out, because a lot of Zergs I know used to go for this gold right away, because it doesn't get scouted so much. But anyway, here we go. Representing Insight in the top right hand corner is the Red Zerg Robotic. Excuse me. I do, man. And in the bottom left, representing the blue Protoss, is Roman of ConFd. Currently up 1-0 in the series for ConFd. Robotic here looking to even it back out. Again, the probe going to go across immediately. Going to go look around and see what's going on. He's actually going to wall off the front here. I actually like this a lot more. It's going to help keep that early harass out. Tighten things up on Zerg so you can't just run in a big mass and get surrounded and so forth. It's going to make it easier to take that expo as well. And we do see the fast hatch going down. Looks like it's going to be some more relatively standard openings of hatch gas pool versus gateway cybernetics core. And there's the gas. That probe man, he's like, I came over here, I'm taking something home. He does see the pool go down. There, that's a lot better. Gonna poke at this hatchery, you know, just kind of be cheeky. Say, hey, I'm here. Back up, scout out again. Well, like I said, while we have some time, I'm gonna look around. Cybernetics core going down. Nexus going down. Anyways, look around the map a bit. It's like a temple and stuff here. Is that an adept or is that a zealot? I think that's actually an adept. Is there anything interesting going on? No, not much. 4 lings being queued up, 2 queens on the way, and another drone. Just gonna send these lings out, start poking around, see what he can find. Another pylon going down here. Lings gonna be sent out. Drones coming down. Will be transferred over, and lings are on the way out. He's actually going to see the lings.
Your probes are under attack.
He's alright, it's time to go home. That probe's got a lot of information here. The adept is out, should be out before these lings get here. That means Discord, you get to play next game. Again, this probe here just kind of gonna walk right on through. It's just phasing, you know. She's magical like that. Anyways, Zergling's gonna take over the watchtower. He can control the middle of the map there. Get that map presence. He's gonna poke up with these lings to see there's just an adept here. Not gonna get anything done. Knows the wall off's there. He's not gonna go anywhere. Twilight Council on the way. It's gonna be resonating glaives starting up. A couple more gateways going down. Speed is actually a little bit later, I do believe here. Ah, yeah, that'd be why. Another third. He's taking that faster third, so he's gonna try and get that economic advantage right away. This adept is gonna come out here and get these Zerglings off the map. Shade up. See what he can see. That looks like a macro hatch going down for robotic. It's going to see that there is a faster third this time around. Queen on the way is going to send this one over here. This shade should not finish. Oh, it does finish. So Adept is actually stuck and will get absolutely nothing. Good surround by them drones. Did deny a little bit of mining time, but outside that, it's nothing major. This motion core here, looking for the drop of lord probably. So he has vision there. I like that idea. 5 adepts have just been worked in. Lair is on the way. 2 spores. I think robotic is actually reading this a little bit off. There's no Stargate, so I'm a little curious as to why these spore crawlers are here. I mean, it's for Warp Prison probably. These links here are going to pick up not one adept at all. This queen is actually going to get pulled off the third and sent on over, sent home. But it is going to get taken out. It's slow on creep. These 3 queens are going to come down to try and save it, and there's no transfuse. Loses 1 queen. Kind of annoying little pickup for or pick off for Zerg there. You want them queens to stay alive. You need them injects. He's actually building 26 lings here to deal with these adepts. And looking at the rally, I feel he could have just sent those straight down to start fighting those, but get these adepts out of here. Have more of a surround, but he's not going to do it. Instead, he's going to go a little bit more straight up in the fight. He is going to trap them in the corner here, but the shade is going back the other way. He's pulling the lings back. It gets cancelled. Oh, he pulled the drones off the mining there. Nice little play. There's even more adepts being warped in back home. The warp prism is on the way. Just started up. The adept pressure is starting to pick up. I think Rob is realizing this. He's getting another spore crawler. He's getting a spine. Okay. But this spine might actually get picked off ahead of time. These drones getting pulled off. The spore crawler is here. It isn't going to get much work done. He's going to pick off the spine for finishes. He is going to lose this third. There's not enough lings in the world that can fight this with resonating glaives. He's getting +1 missiles, and the Hydralisks are on the way. He's getting Hydralisk speed off creep. Five drones already be picked off. 13, 15, and the count is growing. growing and growing. This queen's gonna get taken out. Hydras are just getting picked off, and I do believe this is going to be game. Yep, he calls rip. That's gonna be GG. Too many drones have died. 35 and climbing still. What is with this game tonight, guys? That's twice this has happened. Poor insight, just getting picked off like crazy. That's going to be 2-0. He was pretty far ahead in workers too. He's actually ahead. Just drops is so funny to see. Alright, while we get our next person lined up for Insight Gaming, I'm going to grab a quick break, and I will be right back. Alright guys, I am back. Just a quick recap of the last game there. Saw Robotic go for a third hatch a little bit quicker than Wada. It really did pay off for him. He tried playing more of a greedy economic opening, and he got Hydra's out a little late, but it doesn't matter. When you have like 15 Adepts plus already out on the map, Hydras aren't going to do much. With Resonating Glaives, they're just going to chew right through Hydralisks. Unbiased caster. I really wouldn't say I'm being that biased, but okay. No offense. I do not have our Discord link though. That is going to, actually I think Raven X can give you that. If he is still here.
Hey man,
Yo, what's going on?
I wasn't accusing you of being biased, man. I was just saying that I would be unbiased because I'm not near the clan.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'll join the chat.
Oh man, we're gonna have 3 people in here now for casting. Okay.
Dude, that's how the professionals they have the triple cast team. Why not? We're professionals.
Alright, so what is the next map, by the way? We haven't decided yet. I guess C. Okay. Oh no, Laser Wave said Deadbreak there, Rob, or Daybreak.
Oh, it's a Daybreak?
Yeah, Daybreak.
My bad. I was hunting down Mayhem.
I was just joking around at first, and then Ryan's like, yeah, come. And I'm like, oh, okay. Because I was doing practice games with a friend of mine. So I just left it. Luckily it was a practice game, not a ranked game. I probably wouldn't have left a ranked game, but
Legacy's joining now. What the fuck is this guy?
you can keep
Alright,
I think
hey,
he joined up.
Can you guys do me a favor? Check in the stream to see if you are actually coming through, so I can try and get this audio sorted out before we get this game in.
Hello, friends.
Yeah, we're coming through. I just checked.
Okay, thank
It's all
you.
good.
I've had problems with Discord in the past, like not working with that, so.
Wow, I get no hi back from my good friend Rob.
Oh,
Alright,
trouble in
alright.
paradise.
We are kind of casting here, so.
Sorry about that.
No problem, man, no problem. Just giving you a heads up.
Yup, hear you.
Cybercat.
Yeah, what's up, bud?
What's going on, dude?
Not much.
Alright guys, spawning in on Daybreak in the bottom left hand corner representing ConFd. Only 2-0 lead right now is the blue Protoss, Robin.
I'll let you do both the intros.
And at the top right hand corner of Daybreak representing INGT is the red Terran, Laser Wave.
Let's be honest, man. You have the sexier voice, so
Thank you, thank you.
I'll let you do the intros, dude.
I can't say I know much about Laser Wave. I haven't seen him play. Honestly, I think he's kind of new to INGT. I'm not sure when we have had him join. But so far, Romo's played nothing but PvZ. I feel this is going to be a bit of a change up for his pace. Going up against Terran.
Yeah, I'm interested. PvT is a pretty crazy matchup. There's a lot of different styles.
Oh, we got a cheeky
Sometimes
probe
in,
here on the barracks. Gonna push that SCV off. Is he actually gonna finish that SCV? Is he gonna get the job done? That is the question. Come on, little probe. Come on, little probe. Nope. Okay. But yeah, PvT has definitely gotten a little more interesting recently. The Blink
Yeah.
DT update. I feel that's really. I want to see some Blink DTs here personally.
I've heard it's not too bad. I haven't seen it used quite effectively yet. Maybe we could see it coming out in this game, but we'll have to keep an eye out for that.
I actually lost the Blink DTs on Whirlwind because you could blink across there on the third to your main. We got some lag.
To me?
Oh, is the blink that long range? I didn't realize it was that long. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it is incredibly long range.
That's interesting.
I wasn't expecting it when I got caught off guard, so I was like, oh, well, hello there.
Yeah, DTs are just one of those units who, if you get caught off guard, it can just instantly end the game. It's just some units like that in StarCraft 2. If you're not ready for them, you kind of just automatically lose. So constant scouting is a must in StarCraft 2.
Most definitely, most definitely. So we're seeing a 1-1-1 opening from Terran with no Expo to follow up. Looks like he's going to be running 4 Marines and a couple Widow Mines across. Starport is on the way.
I think this might be a double Widow Mine, the rest of the medevac full Marines kind of drop style.
Yeah, he's got 3 Marines. He's got 5. I wonder if he's going to drop Marines and then send a medevac the other way of mines. The Adept is on the way. Should get some scouting in on see this coming.
It's gonna be fairly early too, because he skipped the natural base.
Drops a scan.
Romus is going for a standard robo, so he's gonna have observers out ready to deal with this. So we'll see how much damage he gets done.
Yep, Robo is already finishing up. Does he know about the Widow Mine? Yeah, he should know about the Widow Mine now, at least. There's actually a tank following up here.
This
How do you feel about the tanks? Because I feel like tanks with the slower fire rate just don't have as much of an effectiveness as they used to be.
there's a tank and a liberator coming out, so I feel like this is gonna be like some sort of one base follow up behind this drop. He doesn't look to be expanding.
No,
So
he's
pulling
definitely not
SCVs.
expanding.
Is this to repair the tank?
This
Oh,
is, yes,
this
this
could
is
get
to repair the
interesting.
tank.
Oh, five probes go down to that one Widowmine shot. That was really good. So he really
he's
doesn't
actually trying
want
to
to
save
lose
it.
this medevac full of Marines, so he's going to
Yeah.
keep it with this tank to do some sort of push. And what does Protoss have to deal with this? There's an Immortal coming out, which is going to be really useful to deal with this. There's a pylon out the front for overcharge, so that's going to help too.
He should definitely be able to hold this here. Especially with the passive to the Immortal Shield change. The tank is going to definitely pound away at that Immortal, but it's not going to get much done.
Oh, he's going to take
He's
out
gonna,
this
he's
pylon.
gonna, yeah, he's going to take out the
before
pylon here. The depth is on the way
So
back.
it's-
It's going to get
That's
killed
really
before he gets
tough
back
for
though.
Protoss here. Oh, if this Liberator gets over here and gets sieged up, this is going to be starting to get really
Pylon's
tough for
down.
Protoss to deal with.
He's still got a bunker. Oh, we got a bunker going down. He can't contest the bunker either. The tank is there. Oh, I think this
The later
might
the
be
Protoss
it.
takes to just crush this army, the more difficult it's going to be to hold off this attack.
I feel if he just gets a bunch of the depths right now, yeah, he's only got, what, 4 gateways? So he just warps in like 4 depths and gets on top of that tank. He'll be in a much better position.
Does get the bunker, but there is 2 more SCVs, so he can start bunkering up again.
He did burn a
He's gonna
photon
slowly push
overcharge.
this Yeah. There's another tank behind this as well.
Keep in mind, that's the only pylon that's up forward. The next
Oh, it's
the
just
pylon he
a
just
non-stop
forbidden
tank
underneath the
operators.
mothership core just isn't going to get much done, so... It's going to take out
We
the
have the second
Forge.
tank and the second Liberator.
There is another Immortal on the way. He is shading in.
Goes. Will he
Oh,
do
he
this?
cancelled. No, he canceled.
Cancels.
One adept goes in.
One adept goes in. Okay. Wow. It's such a tough spot for Protoss to deal with this. He doesn't have enough Stalkers to deal with these Liberators either. He's only got 2. He loses a lot of the Adepts. The Adepts actually shade in.
He's going to get
Stop
one
the
tank.
He-
He's going to
oh,
get... He'll get the second tank, but he won't get...
Micro.
Oh, the micro! He does get one...
Wow.
No, wow. That's going to be it right there. The micro on the tanks
gotta
is
be
too
game.
good. That's game. Yeah, the micro on the tanks is too good.
Wow, that was so
And the
good.
CC is on the way. He's going to work on these probes, but that Liberator is going to get picked off. He's got 1 Liberator left.
Liberator's
All he's
attacking
got's an
this
Immortal.
up with a
He's
main
warping in
but
4 more Adepts. He's going to try and finish off that 1 tank.
Oh,
He's actually going to get 2 tanks out of this, but these Marines, there's just too many Marines here with the healing. He's not going to get anything done. He's probably going to tap out when the Nexus goes down.
the army for the Terran is thinning here though.
Yeah, but he's going to be
He's
so
gonna
far
save his
ahead
tank.
either way. I
Yeah.
mean, like I said, he's got a CC down back home with 8 SCVs already on it.
And that's 14 probes that have gone down as well. If it doesn't win the game for him, it definitely equalizes it, so he's not in a bad position. Tanner's in a really strong position to win this game now.
Yeah, he can't even get. Protoss can't even get down the ramp here. Tank is going to get picked off. World is going to live. Only. Alright, there's an extra round of Adepts. He can just shade underneath this Liberator now, all the way out, and push this off. But again,
Oh.
the economic advantage back home for Terran right now is just getting really out of hand. His macro's up. Stim wasn't even finished during this push. It's about halfway done.
Oh, he runs to the Liberation Field to try and get these Marines, and they just pick up and go on the other side of the Liberation Field. So now, Protoss' army is trapped outside of his base, can't get back in, deal with these Marines.
He's just gonna pick the Marines up and go home. Realizes he's done enough damage here. He's gonna leave the Liberator. Why is he leaving? You can leave the Liberator. I actually like the fact he's leaving this Liberator because there's no way for the Stalker to actually get to it.
He did end up thinning out the Terran army and pushing it back, but as you were saying, the production for the Terran is about to kick in now. He's got 2 bases. He's just so far ahead that it's going to be really difficult for the Protoss to get back into this.
Again, this Liberator's just sitting here.
Wow, that positioning is so good.
Hey, the Stalkers can't even reach it. They don't have the range for it.
I'm pretty sure that's accidental positioning, but it's still genius.
He should have just left it siege there.
Yeah. I don't think he realized how good of a spot that was.
Yeah, there's no way for the Stalkers to hit it. The range was just outside the radius.
So much for this 10 push here. I think he's just going to be able to back this counterattack from the Protoss.
Yeah, but I've learned that pathing on this map can be kind of weird. So I think he's just kind of waiting at home for it. He doesn't want to get caught off guard and have his micro or macro get destroyed back home. He's just going to siege up at the top of the ramp. Liberator's going to siege up.
When Protoss sees this, he should...
Yeah, he should just tap out right here. That's it.
The depths are all gone. And I think that's the game.
Got some lag again. Huh? Seems pretty good. I feel... Well... Here's the thing, if Terran starts to sit back like he is right now, he should just honestly just push out and go. I don't think he realizes that he's actually giving him too much time to get back into this game. But it looks like he is going to move. It is currently 2-0 in favor of ConFd.
So this will be INGT's first win.
Of the night, yes. But from here, he's still got to go through 2 more diamonds after this to even it out. So
no, just 1 more diamond.
Just 1 more?
Yeah.
I thought it was 3 diamonds, so I apologize.
Yeah, isn't it 3 diamonds, 2 masters?
No, it's
2 diamonds, 3 masters. Okay. I'll fix that in a second. I like this Reaper here. This Reaper is actually a very cunning idea. He can just park this Reaper in the back. Oh, these force fields though are pushing this away. The tanks on the other side of these force fields, they will get picked off, and he's going to get pushed out again. Again, I feel Terran just sat back a little too much here. And he's just going to let Protoss slowly creep back into this game. Once this Nexus finishes up...
Did we just cost this? Did we just call the game way too early? I'm so embarrassed.
I mean, he did have game. He had game win set up. He just didn't follow up. I don't think he realizes how far ahead he actually was.
At least now we know we have the power, right? We can just call the game the way we want it to not go, and then we'll fail because we're casters.
Right.
And we have the power to influence games by being wrong all the time.
But again, this is also a pretty annoying ramp to push up in, so... Like a couple force fields, you just push this off.
Gets in before the force fields are actually useful, though.
Yeah.
Never mind.
He's gonna push up. That's gonna be game right there. There it is.
We're the best casters in the world, dude. We're the best. Casters. we knew that was gonna happen. Confirmed.
We got this. We got this.
We know our stuff. Whoever in the chat doubted us, please just leave. Just leave. We don't want to hear anymore.
Alright, I'll bring the music back in. Alright, so that is going to be 2-1. This is actually starting to shape up to be a pretty good series. So here, let me change this up. 2 diamond, 3 masters. There we go.
And ING takes his first game against ConFd. It's 2-1 in the series.
Definitely, I figured it was going to happen. You know, Roman's been playing PvZ in the past 2 games, so he's kind of had a momentum set for it and just once when he figured out a build that worked, he was able to come like just follow up on it. But the matchup between, again, Terran versus Protoss right now is honestly very similar in how they play out. And just the fact that he played a one-base opening versus macro opening like that, it rewarded the attacking player, I guess you can say. So when he got in, did some damage, and slowed down the Protoss before he can get that death ball rolling, it gave him the advantage overall.
Probes that he got early game, like, usually, this is what I say with StarCraft, right? Pressuring your opponent means that the mistakes they make mean more. Like, if you make a mistake and both players are just macroing and you both chilling out, the mistake that you make slowly doesn't mean as much over time. But if you do a one-base pressure build and you get 5 probes in the early game, it starts cutting way deep into your economy, and then it's hard to get out enough units to deal with it all in. It means a lot more that he followed it up with a pressure after getting 5 probes than it would if it was just a harass type thing.
Right. That's what I always said. Like, I feel the game rewards the attacking player more over a macro player, because as you saw, like I just said, 5 probes, and he got in, got the Nexus, and it started picking up like probes left and right after that. And it just slowed Protoss down far enough that he was able to just macro back home and get his economy rolling and just have a bigger army ready to go. Now,
yeah,
the only thing I will say against like rewarding the attacking player is that can be very circumstantial. In the sense, like, say you push out and it's been a macro game all game long, defender's advantage is definitely going to be in fit play now, because you can sit there, have your economy rolling, and just be able to warp in back home. Zerg can reinforce faster on creep, as we all know. And then after that, it's like, well, you're kind of stuck. So, are you stuck playing the macro game, or do you just kind of find a way to get in and do damage where you can, is the type of deal at that point?
Yeah. I feel like there's a line between like harassment and like overcommittal. If you're just doing light harass but you're focusing on macro at home, it doesn't hurt you too much. But there's like a middle ground where if you throw a certain amount of units at them and it doesn't do enough damage, or you're not like fully committing to it, so if you half-ass it, it can hurt you really badly, because you either harass and you get a little bit done but you're focusing on macro, or you go full on and you try and kill them. You try and do something in the middle, it really can just lose the game straight away from something like that.
Right. Another thing a lot of players seem to have issues with is actually tunneling too much into that micro versus the macro. At which point, yeah. I honestly am quite, how should I say, guilty of this. I've done like a lot. I'm a very cheeky player, cheeky Terran. So I'll do like 3 Racks Reaper, I'll do just like proxy everything next to your natural, and some way I know you won't be able to spot it right away. And then I just forget to go back home and macro up behind it when I know I got the lead. And as you know, the game goes, when you're ahead, get further ahead. So, and I just wind up dying out because I actually starved myself out rather than being able to just push up a ramp and keep going type of deal.
Yeah, just going back to that last game as well, like the kind of style that the Terran was playing, like the earlier the Protoss can crush that, the grip that Terran can get over the Protoss in the early game, the earlier the Protoss can crush that, the more of a chance he has. Once you start getting like 2-3 tanks, 2-3 Liberators, the Marines are kind of like the buffer, so that you can't just straight up walk in and kill the tanks and stuff, but the more Liberators and bunkers and everything you get, like it's almost gets to a point where it's almost impossible for the Protoss to break out of that. So pretty nice style if you can get the early game going well for you.
In a way, I would rather have seen Protoss back off that ramp, or back off the natural, kind of just, he had it established, yes, and he was kind of committed there. Had he just pulled the back and probably defended at the top of that ramp, I feel he would have been in a better position to actually break that siege, rather than just kind of committing to like continuously throw pylons down, throwing more units out at the tanks, and just having them get picked off left and right. As we saw the micro there, it's just very on point by laser wave. It is able to get away from the depths.
Saving those tanks, that was brilliant. On siege, pick up the half health tank. The tanks are really like I was saying, the more tanks you have and the more Liberators you have, it becomes infinitely more harder for the Protoss. The Protoss is trying to throw away units to get rid of the tanks because he can just keep warping in, but the tanks they take long to make, and you have to walk them all across the map. So it's a good way for the Protoss to try and get those big important tech units, but the micro was just too good, and he kept them alive, and I think that's one of the main reasons he won the game, keeping those siege tanks alive as long as he did.
Right. Like you said, honestly, I feel like there's a line, as you say, between micro versus macro, but I feel there's a line between committing to an attack over and over and defending. Like I said, if you pull back and get the high ground and said use your stalkers at that point to try and pick off that liberator, or use your stalkers to pick off the meta back there to keep that high ground advantage away from Terran, you would break that a lot easier than sitting there, like I said, just throwing adepts at the wall and throwing like more stalkers out at the wall and trying to break it. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah. Maybe he could have just like sacked the base completely. He lost like 16 like workers at the natural. It was a lot of workers he lost there. Maybe if he had brought them all into the main base, sacked the natural, and tried to do something else, because the strangle that the Terran had over him was just, he needed more units. He needed maybe a higher tech. Maybe Blink would have helped. Buying more time for himself would have been useful. I don't know.
In a way, I feel that going Robo there, I apologize for interrupting, by the way, but going Robo, now that I think about it, probably was a good idea to deal with the mine. However, I feel like going like Stargate and using that Oracle, just like popping Revelation to kill it, or getting like a couple Phoenixes out to pick up the tanks to get in top of the army after that would have been a lot better, more of a situation to manage, rather than sitting there again just throwing adepts against the wall. He threw out 4 adepts at a time, and they all just died to like the micro and marines, so there just wasn't much he could do with that.
Hindsight's 20/20 good, right? We see everything that's going on. We can probably make better decisions than someone in the moment doing it. I think the Protoss did the best job that he could with what he had, but I don't think it was enough. There's so many what ifs that we could contemplate, or what if he did this, but that's the way the game went, and we're getting to the lobby for the next game.
That we are. Next game will be Habitation Station, another blast from the past. A lot of great games here. Again, like, just TVZ on this map has always been one of my favorite things to watch. And as you know, when you say TVZ here, Scarlet vs. Bomber. Hey. Am I wrong, or am I not wrong?
Please get barred, Bailey.
Please. But it looks like the next match is going to be a TVT.
He has a Zug picture, so who knows?
Hey. I have a Terran Eagle for my portrait, and I play Zerg now, so can't judge a book by its cover.
According to his statistics, he's a Zerg player, so. This matchup has gotten a lot crazier now that Cyclones have been changed the way they are. Cyclones have a really big role in the early game TVT.
The rapid fire.
They're trying to open up tanks now, because Cyclone drops just, oh my god, they destroy tanks. And here we go.
Alright, spawning into the top right hand corner, representing ConFed, is the Green Terran RavenX. Interesting story about RavenX. He was actually a member of INGT at one point. Anyway, in the top left hand corner, we have from INGT the Red Terran Laser Wave. Had a dirt moment there.
And there's already something interesting to talk about as an SCV on the map.
Oh, he's actually going into a build. He taught me, if I'm right, what he's about to do is throw down another barracks back home. And or maybe he'll throw both barracks down over here at the bottom left. That would actually be pretty interesting to see. But he's going to go into a proxy Reaper. Yep, I'm right. So he's going to throw down his other barracks, or second barracks. And it's just going to be really crazy Reaper pressure right out of the gate here. And if he expands, or he is going to scalp, but he is not going to see this. Laser Wave will not see that barracks at all. He's just going to send it straight over. And if he gets some logic behind this and realizes this barracks is actually a little bit further behind than it should be in the build time, he might catch on to something, but I don't like the fact he also opened up double gas. So
Wow, super early double gas for Laser Wave here. And Raven X has cut so many SCVs at this point.
Yes,
so this is going to hit really, really early.
Yes, this is a very all-in type of play. Interesting stories, you can actually go from bronze to plat with this build. It is a very dirty build. And it hits very quick. And as you can see, like, he started up... Is that factory? Yes, he started up a factory. Which, okay, right response if he hasn't seen this yet. But I feel this is going to be for Cyclones and tanks. Not so much like the Hellion. He's going to see this Reaper show up. And it is very early if he realizes it. Realizes the timing. There's a bunker going down at the front. This Reaper is going to get pushed away.
Realizing something is fishy, so building a bunker.
The bunker is a good response here.
He does scout the proxy as well.
Okay, he knows what's up now, but this poor SCV, he didn't ask for this. Come on, man.
Starting a Cyclone. Oh.
Well, actually, a Cyclone is... Yes, actually, you know what? A Cyclone can push this away very easily here. That 300 DPS they put out, man. But, again, 3 Reapers on the map here for Raven. He's just going to immediately go to work on these SCVs. And with 3 Reapers, we all know that you can one-shot an SCV. But it's also 2 Reapers against 3 with a bunker. And I really feel like this bunker is actually kind of out of place here, so... But the Cyclone is out.
Is a bit questionable, but...
Ooh, he is going to get away. That Cyclone is going to cause a lot of problems, and this is pretty much stopped at this point. Yep, there he goes. He's picking that barracks up, and he is going to send it on home. But again, he is so far behind now. As far as tech goes. He's going to start that stem.
It's not even that the Cyclone is really good at doing damage to these Reapers, it's just the Cyclone is so tanky that it's probably never going to die.
Yeah, Nick is really good at pushing away the Reapers.
Yes, it is.
He's actually going to push out.
Coming up Raven X now as well.
I'm surprised he didn't push out here. I mean, he could have pushed out with this and actually been quite alright. I mean, look, he's got a factory going down, second barracks going down, but again, production is already on the board for Laser Wave. Is that going to be a Raven? Is that a Raven I'm seeing coming out here?
Banshee.
Banshee? Ah, yes, it is Banshee.
Yep.
Okay. That's right, you don't need
Oh. This is the only army Raven X has. If Laser Wave can identify this and push across the map, it's going to leave the Cyclone at home just in case the Reapers try and go for a run-by.
I feel he's holding up again. He's... 2 Marines are out. He's trying to get that natural started. I don't know, man. This is push. If he goes for this, it's not going to hold. I can tell you that right now. Bunker going down the front. He needed to go.
So tense because everything Laser Wave has is really good against everything that Raven X has. Bunker's going to help a lot, but if Laser Wave had a push earlier, I think he would have done a lot of damage.
Banshee is going across the top part of the map right now in that very short airspace to get over there. And let's face it, 2 Marines just not going to do anything here. And here we go. There's no... Cloak is about halfway done. We're going to see 2 SCVs go down already. And sorry about the Game Heart mod not being there, Rob. But anyway. There's that 4 SCVs. He's going to pull them down to the natural. He actually loads the Marauders into the bunker. He's going to push away the Hellions. Marines are going to do it with his Banshee. Cloak is not quite done.
A little bit of mismarker from this Banshee, taking a lot of damage.
It is going to go down here too.
And he loses it too.
He does lose the Banshee. Did that Cloak finish? Let's see. Yeah, he finished Cloak. So honestly, that's kind of wasted resources at this point.
I was about to say it'd take a miracle for Raven X to get back into this game, but little micro mistakes like losing that Banshee is what's going to put him back in this game.
That was a very good defensive micro. Loading the Marauders into the bunker. And then using the Reaper series to push away. He's actually going to send these Reapers out. Actually, he's going to go for the Watchtower. He's just going to find a couple Hellions here. 3 Reapers here. Going to get pushed away. He actually loses a Reaper. And he gets a Hellion for his trouble.
Marauders have a range of 7 in bunkers, right?
I do believe so.
And they're really good against Hellions and Reapers, so was the best decision possible, I think, for the Marauders in there, the bunker.
Let's see, what do we got as far as units go? However, Laser Wave is a little bit further ahead here. He has 36 SCVs to 24. I feel if he just gets like a... What do you got? Has he got a couple medevacs on the way? Yeah, he's got a couple medevacs on the way. He can also push with this. No, there's too much back home already. Tanks are good,
This
but...
is what he's gonna do. He's gonna drop. He's gonna drop. This is why this army is here. It's coming out right where the medevacs come out. Perfect amount of units too. Laser Wave knows what's up.
He does.
This job is gonna be really hard to deal with. There's no tanks. Or,
A bit of a rest going on back home. One Reaper. Anyway, Laser Wave is going to drop in.
For Raven X right now. It's gonna be
Oh,
really
where's he going to drop?
difficult to deal with. Jimmy is done for Raven X, and this is a really big bioforce. So maybe if he can get on top of these tanks, he can shut this down. Here he goes.
He will lose both the
He does
tanks.
and he does.
He's going to lose that medevac as well.
Okay. Well, the harassment
Oh.
Reaper's coming in the back, taking out all of his workers.
But he does clean this up.
Raven X lives another day.
And I feel it's going to put him a little bit further ahead. There's a lot of macro back home for Laser Wave here. However, again, he just threw away his army. Like, honestly, there's one of them drops. There's a couple drops there or places on the map I'd say you could drop and be a lot better off. But he does keep a tank alive. But this Bioforce, with the tank behind it, is actually very, very strong.
Listen, there's a really big bioforce for Raven X coming up.
Yep.
And
How he's going to stem up.
there's a whole lot coming
Keep in
out
mind,
from-
there's no healing here, however.
No.
Yeah, there's no healing here. Those are half-dead units going up against that one tank. So,
Yeah.
and he bunched up going up. So that he's going to lose a second tank. He's got a tank back home, a few Marines. I don't feel this is going to be enough. He could honestly just take this little Bioforce Laser Wave here and stem up the ramp and probably kill off Raven X right now. But he doesn't look like he's going to do it.
I was worried for a second there. If the Bioforce, if the tank was on siege, maybe he could have crushed the Bioforce and then the tank and then maybe got on top of the production, but it's a bit of a stretch, I think.
No, he's just going to go grab a
Game
third.
is slowly spiraling out of control.
Hey, when you're ahead, get further ahead. And honestly, Laser Wave is pretty far ahead here.
Yeah. Second factor coming out now, it's a double tank production. And then when that kicks in, it's just going to be even more difficult for Raven X to do anything.
We do have a push coming out for Laser Wave. He does spot the third going down here for Raven X. Go push out one Marine away. However, this is too much coming across the map at this point. He's got one tank. He still has no medevacs out. Like, Raven X's first medevac is about to pop. But we all know Terra can be pretty well sustained on 2 base for a while. And Raven X does have the higher ground here. Which does give him the advantage as far as tanks go. I do believe they have a slightly further range on higher ground. If I remember how that works, right? Oh, check that out. There's a couple sentry towers went down back home for Laser Wave. He's just not going to let any cheeky
Drop on
grass
the
in.
north side here for Laser Wave as well.
Oh, there's another CC going down here for Raven X.
Oh, yeah, he was
Sponsored.
trying to take the gold base, I think, but
Yeah, he was trying to take the gold base. Pretty good drop position here for Laser Wave. He does siege up that tank. He's going to get a few SCVs out of for his trouble here. Going to go work on the supply depots. I feel he should just focus on the supply depots. Supply cap Raven X. Loses another tank. Gets some SCVs for his trouble. He's going to pull this medevac down. He's actually backing off his Bioforce on the south.
pushes that drop about at what cost? So little SCVs. Or about 20 if I know. Yeah, it has 21 to 54 harvesters right now. 43 Marines to 20, 3 tanks to 1, 4 medevacs to 1.
And he
Laser Wave is heading all the right places.
Yeah, Raven X should not be able to take this gold. There is a Marine standing guard here. Just gonna see that float on over and get denied. CC
Upgrade
did
to
finish
2
up.
1 to 0-0. It's just a matter of time before Laser Wave finishes off this game, I think.
Yeah, you got one tank, one Viking, and one medevac versus double tank production. There's a drop coming up on the north side of map again. And I think this time he is going to commit up this ramp.
He's just got full map control too. He can drop at his leisure.
Alright, so dropping to north. Ravenex gets pulled away to deal with this.
Ooh.
Well, there's a full medevac still up here. But he is pushing in on the south. He's going to push up right at the ramp, clean up this Bioforce. And that's GG.
GG. Wow. The early cycling for Laser Wave put in work.
So yeah, the early drop
went wrong in that game.
Ravenex just didn't get any damage done with the Reapers early on. He got like maybe 2 or 3 SCVs, but once when the Cyclone was out, the bunker was down, he just nowhere to get up the ramp or get up that into the main. So let me update score here. It is now 2-2. We got a tied series.
I think with that build, you're supposed to try and pressure and like push your numbers advantage with the Reapers to try and pick off Reapers.
Yeah, it's all about getting the early Reapers out of there. Honestly, it's a Cyclone not having that auto lock on anymore for ground units. He could actually go against that Cyclone and probably pick it off. Just using mines, keep knocking it back type of deal. And eventually you will just whittle down the Reaper count and be able to get up the ramp again. But I do like to see...
he was forced to...
Oh, sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
He was forced to opt out of that early Reaper build, which just put him behind on everything. His natural was behind, tech was way behind, he got out of the tanks and stuff early. Allowed Laser Wave to be more aggressive, get a couple of drops in, whereas Ravenex didn't get any drops at all, so constantly losing SCVs, besides being behind on cutting SCVs and everything from the build that he did. He almost lost the game at the beginning of the game when the Reapers failed.
What we're gonna do is Newkirk, Echo, and Whirlwind. Yeah, I feel Raven actually did something else a little bit off with that build. He only went for 1 gas, where you're only going to get maybe like 1 or 2 Reapers out of that at a time. And then on top of that, I feel that the Reaper count just didn't grow fast enough. Like, I'm a huge fan of those Reaper builds, but not being able to get in up top and just get the SCVs taken care of early enough really just threw that out.
Yeah, and a Reaper plays that early is all about the snowball effect too, right? You want to see if you can get Reapers from the other person, and the bigger your Reaper ball gets, the harder it is for the other person to deal with. But it was kind of like 2 Reapers versus 3 Reapers, and then the Cyclone came out, and it just got really one-sided for Laser Wave.
I do believe Ravenex actually lost a Reaper earlier. No, it's an SCV. I apologize. But yeah, he tried pushing up that ramp, and then after that, it was a matter of, again, just Cyclone came out, pushed off the Reapers, and he just didn't have that Reaper count there to actually just be able to, like, burst down that Cyclone. Again, I like that build, but as a Terran player, I feel more at home with 3 Racks Reaper. Gives you a little bit easier time to macro back out of it and have something back home to produce with, because you saw him fly that barracks all the way back across the map. So
yeah, that hurt him a lot. And he cut workers super early too to get those barracks out as soon as possible. So he was already behind in workers, and he didn't get any worker kills. And when you do something like that in StarCraft 2, where you cut workers to try and harass, and then you don't get any workers, like if you don't get those workers, you're immediately behind. And just playing from an uphill battle, like, he needed to make something happen during that game. Maybe like just a drop that got a decent amount of workers that slowly like even out the worker count or something, but the constant pressure from Laser Wave just made it so that he couldn't find a window to get back into the game, and just inevitably ended in his doom.
Alright guys, spawning into game number 5 in this series. Laser Wave actually evening it out, and spawning in the top left hand corner, speaking Laser Wave, is Laser Wave, the red Terran. And spawning in the bottom left hand corner of Whirlwind, kind of at a disadvantage on spawns, is the blue Zerg Zergalisk for ConFd. I say it's a bit of a disadvantage spawn for Zerg because on maps like this, you want cross spawns. Just give you a better time taking your third. Just make it a little bit easier on Zerg to, you know, get that map presence and get that build and get that macro going. Whereas, like, spawns like this, Terran could just, like, get a few Hellions out, get some Reapers out, put that pressure on early. And if you keep some Hellions alive, he just immediately could transition to a good, like, Hellbat push and follow up some medevacs, a couple tanks, and you just pretty much spiral out of control of the game at that point.
Yeah, this is actually my favorite matchup. I'm a Zerg player, so I'm actually really excited to watch this game.
This is the first TVZ of the night. And let's keep in mind, this is the third game for Laser Wave, and he's also played a Terran, he's played a Protoss. He's pretty much going to be playing all 3 races tonight like he is right now, so it's going to be interesting to see how his matchup changes or his build changes. We do see the Reaper coming out, but it is rallied across the right side of the map. SCV already out scouting. He's going to see that it is not cross spawns.
Yeah, he's going to be really happy to see this. A lot of Terran players really hate Whirlwind getting cross spawns because the Zerg just has so much time to macro up and do what they need to do. But scouting this base right now, he's going to be really glad to see this. Alright. It's fine. They do indeed. Haha! Play on words. Okay, Reaper getting a decent amount of lings right now. The lings you kind of really don't want to fight off the creep to attack this Reaper. You just kind of deflect the Reaper a little bit. You're just buying time for the Queen to get out. I don't think he lost. No workers lost, so... Plus, you don't really want to lose the workers, but at the same time, you want to keep these lings alive. You don't have to remake them. You want to use them to... They get their health full again, and when speed gets out, you want to use them to kill this Reaper so that you can take a safe third. But losing these lings actually hurts him a little bit. So... As you can see, this drone can't go out and take this third base because he lost those lings early on. Overlord speed did come out for I'm looking in Terran's base right now. Yeah. Yep. Alright, see you, man. This is a good scout for Zerg. He knows what build this is. This is the 2-1-1 build. This is the build where you get 16 Marines, put them in a medevac, and you pressure the Zerg space. Interested to see what the follow-up will be. Some Terrans like Beyond go for a third medevac with a Widowmine in it, and that's really strong to follow up. That's when you start actually killing stuff. Usually the 16 Marine drop against a good Zerg player, they won't die to it, but you're using it to try and pick off a couple of Zerglings, force them to make Zerglings and not drones. And you're also using it to deflect the creep. You want to push the creep back. So that's what that build is designed to do. The Zerg player, pretty comfortable. He knows what he's up against. You kind of just drone up to about this point here, where you got your natural saturated. You get a little bit more on your third base than what Zergalisk has done this game. But here comes the drop. And you just pretty much just spam Zerglings until the drop is deflected. Because if you don't, it's just one of those builds that if you don't have enough links to deal with this, or you don't have banelings, or you don't have enough queens to push the medevacs away, it's really hard to come back from the damage that this drop can do. So I'm interested to see what he does. Okay, he's going to drop near the third base. He's going to try and deny this. We'll see if Zerglus has enough Zerglings to deal with this. I think he has like 4 less Marines or something that he needs to. It's probably another exaggeration. Pretty good positioning for the Terran player right now, though. He loses a couple of Marines. You don't really want to do that. Generally, you want to keep as many of them as alive for as long as possible, if not all of them. And every single Marine you lose, the drop loses its potency. I'm going to check the Hellion follow-up with a Liberator. It's interesting. He's really trying to put the pressure on the Zerg player. He gets a couple of Queens. Queens are really big for defending what Terran player is doing right now. So losing these Queens is a really big deal. Banelings are morphing now to deal with this. Hellions are turning to Hellbats. This is going to be a 2-base pressure. The third base for Terran is coming down behind this, but this is going to be so hard to deal with and so strong. He's going to need really good splits though, because there is a lot of Banelings out. They are slow and there's no Baneling speed on the way, even though there is a lair, but more Banelings coming out and he will lose this third base. He's going to have to give this up. Puts Terran in a really good position. Crouch coming down. He's trying to get out Queens and Banelings as much as possible, but it's a really big scary force for Terran. And if you can split out these Hellbats enough, and he doesn't get them clumped up, all these Banelings, he might even look to game-ending damage here. Decent splits for the Terran. And those Banelings don't do nearly enough damage that they need to do. Very well split by a Terran player. Having those Hellbats stay alive, Hellbats are really good. And there you go. The game ends. And that was a pressure. That wasn't an all-in. He wasn't intending to end the game. It was just circumstantial. He got enough Queens. There wasn't enough Banelings in time. And very good splits by Terran player. Well played by him. That was a quick game. I don't even think Laserwave was expecting to win that game that quickly. And I'm the party host. Nice. I'm not sure how that happened. Whoa. Okay. I'm gonna give. I somehow ended up with the party host. Just reading the chat. Thank all of you for watching.
I'm back. I apologize.
Nice.
By the looks of it, it's 3v2.
Picked up the game, dude. He beat the Master Zerg.
Yeah, come back and see Victory Terran, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Like, hell yeah. That's my teammate. Somehow I ended up as party host, so I just gave it to Orion. Everything alright now, man?
Yeah, just had to help unload some groceries, of all things. Otherwise I get yelled at, so.
Alright. Cool. We are back.
So what was it, Reaper Hellion? Type of player?
It was the 2-on-1, 16 Marine drop.
Oh, very nice.
Into a Hellbat follow-up with a Liberator.
Very nice. So next map is going to be Echo. And it's going to be Laser Wave once again. Ah man, they're jumping out the GM with this.
It is a GM playing?
Yes, next player is going to be a GM player against Laser Wave.
Whoa.
I was under the impression that this was supposed to be Diamond and Masters, but okay.
Imagine if Laserwave wins this. Oh my god.
He'll be the hero of the night, man. Most MVP.
You have to like pay him or something if he wins this game. He needs a promotion, dude. I don't know. We need to do something for this guy. He's tearing everybody apart. Whoa. Laserwave, I believe in you, dude. Channel. Oh, wait, no. We're casters, right? Alright. I hope the GM guy wins.
Next match is going to be a TVT, so I'm actually very curious to see how he plays this out.
So
Raven
the
X
GM should win, right?
should win, yes.
Cast in reverse.
Yeah, I hope I found you. I was able to follow you the whole game and not leave some of us stranded. So the only problem with the WCS overlay is you don't have your hotkeys there, so.
Yeah. I'm confused.
What's that?
This guy's been GM 4 times, so it's not like he just got promoted.
Yeah, like I said, I'm a little curious because I thought the match was supposed to be Diamond Master only. But
Yeah.
this isn't the first time this has happened to us in a few matches, so.
I have no idea how to say this guy's name either. This is gonna be awful.
I'm gonna go with Mint. I usually just try to find a place where it's
Shifu Mint.
shortened. Yeah. Shifu Mint sounds about right. I just try to find a place where it's kind of shortened. So, like, yours, I'd probably just go with Mayhem because I see that there, and that'd be it.
Yeah, that's what it is, man.
And we're just waiting on Onion to come back to start the game.
Oh, Shifu. Is there like a thing in their clan or something? They have Shifu in front of the name? Okay, that's interesting. So apparently, Laserwave is Masters 1, and ConFed has 2 GMs, because Orion is playing next. Or Onion.
Onion is playing
GM2.
next.
Yeah.
He's actually, is he a contender or is he Masters? He's Master right now.
He's Masters right now, but he's GM.
Oh, okay.
He keeps getting demoted from not playing because he's retarded.
Oh, shots fired.
I've known him for ages, so I can call him retarded. The credentials to call him retarded. Yeah. There was one season he got GM 4 times in the same season because he just kept getting demoted from not playing and then getting back into it. Another TVT.
It's the way of the future, man. It's the way of the future. We saw Beyond just put down Dark like it was nothing. Now it's TVT.
Many Terran players got inspired when they saw that.
I know, right? Beyond literal
Whoa,
god.
Dark's beatable, whoa!
Well, hey, man, he took down the American Neeb like it was just a gold versus GM match. So
Did he like 3-0 him?
yeah, he 3-0'd Neeb.
Oh my god.
I was there, man. I was at BlizzCon for that. This is so depressing to see an American go and some European move on. But hey,
I want to go to BlizzCon, but I live in another country, so it's difficult.
alright, spawning. Into the bottom right hand corner of Echo LE is the red Terran representing ConFd, Shifu Mint, or Shifu Mint. We're just gonna go with Mint because that's what makes sense. Anyway, in the top left hand corner,
MNT.
in the top left hand corner is the blue Terran representing Insights, Laser Wave. Laser Wave putting on a show tonight, man. He's just coming back for Insight, making it 3-2. I mean, could he beat an ace and get the all kill? We won't even see our Masters player.
There's 2 GMs to beat, so
I mean,
let's see how he does.
Yeah, this could easily go back the other way very quickly, but both opening up very similar. Barrack positioning a little bit different here for Laser Wave compared to MNT over here. MNT going for a wall off, whereas I think Laser Wave is just trying to get the barracks down a little faster based on positioning.
Oh, he's got the supply depot placed where the jump up point for the Reapers are. Interesting.
Just spotting that jump up.
Maybe he could use it to, if he scouts some sort of Reaper build, he could use it to finish off that wall off there. And he has no problem with the Reapers trying to come up the ramp. That way he only has one option. The Reapers are only one way to go. It's pretty smart, actually.
Factory. Alright, so we are actually going to see a 1-1-1 here from Laser Wave. Opening Reaper Factory. There's no expo on the way. Whereas, again, we have the macro-based economic opening coming up here for MNT. And once again, we just see that, how should I say, one-base play versus going into that two-base, like, hold-out style. Like, if you hold out, you're going to be ahead, but if you get the positioning here, it's going to be probably Laser Wave going up again, taking another game. Who knows? We'll find out. Going to come down to that micro.
I was about to say maybe Laser Wave is doing this because he's playing sort of defensive. Well, he's going Reaper Hellion, which is pretty defensive, but he did see the natural base for MNT, so I have no idea. I'm guessing that this is going to be some sort of one-base play.
Keep in mind, MNT has yet to scout, so...
Yeah, he's playing defense with his Reaper. He has no idea. So if Laser Wave does go for a one-base timing or all-in, could be a lot better than it would be if it had been scouted. So
I do like this build.
See what he does with this.
We're gonna see Banshees coming out here too. So you already got 2 Marines out. Oh, that mine getting a good hit, a very good hit.
See some of that GM micro coming out.
That Marine is alive with like 1 HP.
Laser Wave did have the better army count, but
Billy the Marine is back, y'all. He is back. Again, if we go 2 Hellions coming up this time, getting the Reaper, good pick off there. Microing up the Hellions, getting the Marine, getting the second Marine. There is a tank out here though, so these should just get pushed away.
Tank's
the faster tank.
Down.
Again, how he is yet to scout. Again, so he's getting that natural, but we still see that cloaked Banshee on the way. I mean, there is an engineering bay going down. It is not quite finished up. Actually, it's for Laser Wave. There are 2 Vikings on the way out.
Those Marines are important, but yeah, Vikings.
Vikings, and he should have a scan ready for this. So
Dropped 1 mule. He has another scan on the way. He should have a scan by the time the Banshee gets here. But if he can dance out of that scan, that's the only scan he has. So, but 2 Vikings deal so much damage to Banshees. Gonna have to see how this plays out.
Again, Cloak is not yet finished, and he's about to fly this Banshee straight into this Vikings.
Oh,
Big micro mistake here. Like, he does get the Cloak. He does get the Cloak, but I do believe this scan is down.
one scan.
There's going to be a scan. It's going to go down right now. And this poor Banshee just going to get taken
Not
out.
gonna get out of it in time.
4 SCVs for its trouble.
The
And once
second
again,
Banshee just now on the way. But he's gonna have missile turrets here. He already has the Vikings. Laser wave just getting pushed back in every turn.
poor Marine, just, you know, out for a walk in the park. Running into some bullies there, you know, just jumping for his wallet. He's gonna see his
I
push.
think he smells blood in the water.
Yes, he does. Well, the Reaper saw the push. He's just gonna go back. Banshee, I do believe, got taken out. Nope. Banshee is. Where's the Banshee? Banshee is gonna get picked
he
off.
Just gets it.
So there's nothing here to help take out the tanks should they come out. I mean, again, you just have this Reaper and a Hellion out on the map. It's gonna have some map presence, but it's just gonna be there to more or less say, okay, I'm getting pushed. What do I do? But back home, Laser Wave already has 2 tanks out with a handful of Marines. And we're just going to see this game start to transition into that classic Marine tank Viking that LOTV has become known for.
Third base down already by MNT. And he's also ahead in workers. So, already we see ahead by the ConFd player. That didn't make any sense. Judge me.
Okay. I could say too late, you've been judged, but I'll keep it off. I'll keep it off the record. Oops. So we're gonna see a push. We are gonna see Laser Wave start to move out on the map. It's all 3 tanks versus what is that? 4 back home for INGT here. And he really can't come up like. He can't siege up everybody's Vikings. He's just going to lose his Medivacs. Like, I feel like he needs to start getting that Viking count rolling. The Medivacs are going to be helpful, sure, but this particular matchup is more or less just a taxi units around. Because once the Viking count gets up there, the Medivacs are just going to drop.
Yeah.
And like I said, Laser Wave just doesn't have any Medivac or Vikings out on the map. He's actually building an armory to follow up and another tank, and he isn't getting a third, so he's actually producing nothing out of that starport right now, so that's kind of wasted resources. Oh, this would be big. Oh no, he's going to get spotted. I was going to say, if he knocks down that wall and goes in for the third, he could actually get some work done. But, again, the army back home.
In all these Marines. It's cutting into his Marine army, but at the same time, he knows at all times where his opponent is, which is really smart, I think. And
he's not burning a scan to do it.
A lot about positioning. There you go, sending another one out.
He actually missed it. He actually missed that army there.
Okay. He's gonna say the second wave.
Oh, I was gonna say Laser Wave jumps on that. He can actually get a couple of these tanks down.
Oh.
But there's a siege. He's gonna get 1 tank for his trouble. He's gonna pick up.
He gets 1, and then
he's gonna lose 2 tanks. He's gonna lose 2 tanks.
2 tanks.
3 tanks. He just lost all his tanks.
That hurts a lot.
And MNT is actually going to be able to push up.
1 soon to be done for both players now. A little bit of an early combat shield for Laser Wave, but tank count for MNT is just so much higher.
There's actually a drop being sent around to the west side of the map here by MNT. This Marine actually seeing the third going down here. It actually gets a Hellion. That's actually pretty funny. But again, this drop is actually coming in on the west side of the map. I'm curious as where this is going to go. It could actually drop into the third, but there is army back home for Laser Wave. There's actually another drop going up towards the middle of the map, while MNT just pushes up towards the middle. Oh, these drops are going to get them so much work done here. And a tank count. The tank count just too great for these Marines to handle. The drop into the main, pushing off the SCVs on the little mining left in the main. He's going to pick up. He's actually going to drop on the tank. He's going to get a tank for his trouble. And INGT getting a lot of damage done here. He is going to get these SCVs going back to help push us off.
Oh, that micro.
Marines not focusing down the medevac. I feel that was kind of a mistake there.
Oh, but MNT losing a lot of tanks in the middle of the map here.
Oh, very good pickup there. Very good pickup. He has more tanks on the way. There's actually more reinforcements here. He's got 3 tanks left on the middle of the map. And I feel Laser Wave is just... Yep, there it is. I was going to say, Laser Wave is just starting to crumble.
Another drop comes into the natural.
And that evens up the series at 3 apiece. I'm saying very
That's
good.
what you'll see GM players do. They just push your multitasking to the limit, and if you can't keep up, then just get behind.
I was gonna say,
Game's over.
it was a very good game from both players. I think Laserwave is kind of nervous about that matchup, it being GM and so forth.
Yeah, that has to play in your mindset when going into the game. The golden border is a little bit intimidating.
Hey man, any border above your rank is a little intimidating.
That is true. I remember being terrified of platinums.
Right? I remember being bronze, getting ready to move to silver, and just getting paired up against nothing but gold players. So I'm like, oh my gosh.
These guys are so crazy good. Whoa.
I know, right? And then you get up there, and it's just reverse. You wind up playing against a bronze player who's gold, and you're like, I feel sorry for you, buddy.
It's so funny too when you like move up a rank and then you're still terrified of that rank that you're in, but then you realize, hold on a minute, I'm one of these guys. Why am I still scared of them?
Right.
When I first got into Masters, I was like getting put against a lot of Master players. I was like, oh no, it's another Master player. Oh wait, I'm one of them. I shouldn't be scared of these guys anymore. Oh, Ryan's in the stream chat. Pleb.
Gotta love that banter in the lobby chat, man.
Do you like my portrait? I changed it to the Hydralisk because everyone was complaining about how good Hydralisks were.
Hey man, then they got nerfed, like, not even 2 weeks in, they got nerfed.
Yeah, it was bound to happen. They were really good. They still got their movement speed buff, but they reverted the upgrade back to just 1 upgrade instead of 2, and they took off the 1 range.
Blitz is in game, and Gibbs is in menu.
I don't know, I was a nice Zerg player, I didn't even build Hydralists.
Alright, Gibbs is going to be volunteered here.
Brentwood. Oh, tags joining? What? Tag! Gib! Playing?
Gibbs, I do
hey,
believe, is
Gib.
actually European. I think he's like French or something like that.
I think he's French Canadian. I think he's a Masters Zerg player, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he is a Masters player. Let me see something here. Quick peeky at his profile. Yeah, he's a Masters.
So, I'm excited. My off races are like Diamondish or Low Masters against Zerg, and I can't beat Gib with my off races. Destroys me every time, so I'm excited to see how well he does against the GM.
There will be
Yeah,
another
maybe
TVZ, so whenever he decides to accept that invite.
Well, that guy joined off me. You can kick him if you want.
I don't think I have lead, so. There we go. Oh, you gotta love it when Tag's just trying to jump into the stream and, you know, be here.
I gave him the link.
Yeah, he jumped into chat over here and says, "Oh gosh, look, I'm famous. That's me on stream."
Hey, Tag.
Alright, loading into Newkirk Precinct is the next map. Another blast from the past. I love the fact that this season is all about old maps.
Yeah. Season is just. I'd walk down memory lane. Look at this unranked pleb.
Some of the best mech maps are. This is one of the best, honestly.
Oh, I've been watching a bunch of streams where Terrans have gone back to playing mech on this map. Oh. Whoa.
Alright, and loading into the bottom left-hand corner of Newkirk Precinct is the blue Zerg from INGT Gibbs. And on the bottom right-hand side of the map is the green Terran representing ConFd. It is Sifu Mint, or MNT, that's what we're calling him. I apologize ahead of time for butchering any names, so we all know how it could be. Anyway, everything looking pretty standard right out of the gate.
What? Did you say that you love me?
Yeah, apparently he's
Ryan.
requesting that you love him back. No.
Ooh, early pull here for Gib for Hatchery, but he's still gasless, so could be a safe opening. I'm not sure what this is.
I do believe he's
He
about
might
to throw
wanna
down
try
hatch. No, he is
Capture
gonna.
the, natural. Yeah.
He just went pull
Pull
first. Yeah, he's just playing a little bit safer here against the Reaper. Early Reaper push.
Yeah, it's so nice if they go Phoenix Reaper and you go pull first. Feels good because if you go hatch first, it's a little bit more. You can hold it, but it's more micro intensive and it's stressful. It's almost relaxing when you go pull first against 3x Reaper. It's like breathe a sigh.
Okay, it's gonna be a pretty standard opening from both sides. Outside the pull first. And it does get that queen out a little bit earlier as well. Yeah, it does get that queen out a little bit earlier as well.
Yeah. First Reaper isn't going to do too much. I'm interested to see though if he uses these lings to hide them, and then let the queen deal with the Reaper, and then send the lings to try and kill this SAV, making them natural.
They are going to run into each other, and I do believe this Reaper might try to pick them off. Yep. He's going to get both of them. Some micro. That little Reaper just going to go on home. He kind of sees what he needed to see.
He might also be worried about some sort of roach follow-up or something. He doesn't want to lose this Reaper.
Looks like he's just going to go for the 2-1-1. He's going to have stem on the low ground.
Yeah.
Actually, he can't even build stem there. It's the tech lab's going to be
Being
blocked.
really efficient, like with his buildings.
Yeah, his tech lab's going to get blocked. He's gonna have to move that barracks.
Is it? I think it might have room.
Oh, it does. Wow.
Just sneaks, tucks itself behind there.
Yeah, it's nice and tight.
Gibbs a really safe player. He's getting that overlord speed. He's gonna know exactly what's going on. How much did he see with his overlord before? Oh, he sees enough. I think he knows exactly what build he's going against. If he's going against this build before, he already knows what he's up against.
Yeah, he's already seen everything over here. This Reaper actually getting in here. He's not getting a drill, not getting anything out of it. He's just gonna get pushed off. He does see what information. Gibbs is actually known to go that lean bang for that lean bang surround type play. So,
which I'm excited to see because I think he might be better than me, and that's the same kind of playstyle that I do. So, I am ready to get schooled.
yeah,
he's going pretty queen heavy too.
He'll stay on lean bang for like the longest time. Like the practice games I've had against him, it was like I could tell it was kind of trollish on his part. And you know, Plat versus like Masters is what's going to happen. But it was a matter of just like seeing that he just stays on lean bang so long. If you let him, you'll never really see like Broodlords or anything come out at any point in time. He'll just stay on that for so long, and when you think you have that perfect setup to go against him, he still manages to get the surround off and lose like 3 like Zerglings to each Widowmine, and that's about it. And you're just like, well, how do I deal with this?
Yeah.
Poor little Overlord. He didn't ask for this, man. He just wanted to say hi and give you guys a hug. I mean, but no, these green Marines over here, man, just had to be mean.
Okay, so Gibbs gonna have the perfect setup he needs to deal with what MNT is sending at him. He's joined up to a decent amount. He has a decent amount of queens, and he's just got enough lings that this is gonna be pushed away.
Yeah, he does actually throw down a third here too. Yeah, he does actually throw down a third here, and Stem may finish up just in time for his drop to happen.
His drop is supposed to be landing in about 5 minutes. So MNT is doing this job a little bit late. His medevac got delayed a bit. I don't know whether it was a supply block. Maybe he could go back in the game to see what he did wrong, but...
Alright, here we go.
Dropping in late. Yeah.
Oh, that Widowmine getting a very good connection. But he loses 5 Marines with that. He lost 5 Marines on that. He's going to throw down a Spore Caller to take care of that mine. Another drop coming in. It looks like he's going to head into the main of Gibbs.
No, he's going to organize to be all grouped up together with these 2 medevacs. Or he might.
No, that is going to the main. That is definitely going to the main. He's going to send that other medevac home. It's like dead. That Widowmine finishing up.
In the main base, though.
And getting like all of like 3 Zerglings for that mine. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Like that Widowmine could have done a lot more damage, but he just had a perfect area. And he takes a good surround here. He should just pick all these up. Loses 1 Marine. And there's a drop in the back. He loses a Queen. These Marines are working on the drone line now. Queen getting pushed away. He needs to start focusing down drones. 2 drones, 3 drones going down. Zergling's coming back a little late, but he should be able to clean this up just fine. Medevac goes down, and these Marines are trapped. Over here, cleaning up some creep tumors in the process.
Yeah, this build is doing an okay job at what it's supposed to do. It's denying creep spread, it's getting a couple workers. I do think that he's lost way too many units, the Terran player that is. You can just do this damage, and then the longer your units stay alive, they're not just doing damage, they're also a big threat, right? You don't want to push out, because there's always the threat of a medevac going into your main base. But if you clean up the medevac, clean up the Marines, that threat kind of dissipates a little bit, and you can afford to be a bit more aggressive, which the Terran wants to keep you back. Or not just aggressive, but also a bit more greedy. You can take more bases, build more drones. You want the Zerg player to be scared at all times.
I'm just going to throw this out here. We are starting to see that Spire come into play, so it is that Ling Bang Buta style that I was talking about. And at home, there's also a macro hatch going down for Gibbs, which is going to give a little bit more inject, closer inject back home for 1 Queen.
Yeah.
There's a drop going up around the top side of the map. I feel Gibbs is kind of late on the 4th here because like it's currently 3 base to 3 base. As we all know, Terran is very good at being equal in base. Oh, there we go. The 4th base just went down. But I do believe this is about to get cancelled if he sees this. There is a push coming across the middle of the map.
Here.
Yeah, he is guessing that it's here.
Tell me, I'm not sure what that was for. I think he's just clearing up creep, taking the opportunity while Zerg is distracted to clear up a bit of creep.
Nah, he's actually going to hit on two fronts.
Distracting the main army while
he does get the force
damage. That is really smart. The 1-2 punch right there. Gibbs' creep spread is starting to get really strong right now. Creep spread is actually a win condition in ZVT. If you get like the whole map covered and the Terran player can't push back your creep, you just know when all the drops are coming. You can fight in the middle of the map because your creep spread that far. The more the Terran pushes your creep back, the more of a chance they have doing more damage and taking better engagements.
Looks like we're going to have an engagement in the middle of the map here. You get the Widow Mines on the way. The Lings are here, or Marine medevac push here. There's only 4 mutas on the map, 5 mutas on the map by the looks of it. And there's like 6 mutas on the map. He's actually going to try and engage from the high ground.
These Widow Mine hits are going to be the thing that determines this fight, though.
But again, the Widow Mines are right on top of the Marines.
They all shoot though, besides one.
Ooh.
Oh.
Again, though, I feel Gibbs got the better engagement there.
Yeah, he did. Cleaning up those Widow Mines is huge. The drop in the north didn't do anything. It got cleaned up as well. These Marines are going to get cleaned up, and Gibb can just either join or counterattack now. He's free to do anything. He's done so much work. Cleaning up that attack very nicely.
So it's 67 drones to 72 SCVs, though. So probably slightly in favor of Terran and worker count. However, Gibbs does have that 4th base up and running. He is saturating it now with the drone transfer.
4th CC coming down for MNT as well.
These mutas over here looking to get some work done. He's just going to poke in. Missile turret in place. He's not going to be able to get very far. The Liberator count is starting to climb too. That's going to be a bit of a problem for these Zerglings, or the mutas. There's currently 3 Liberators out.
He's going double lib. I love it when Terran players... Oh, he does have +1. Okay. I love when Terran players get Liberator upgrades.
Again, engagement from the high ground.
Liberators just get better and better as the game goes.
Gibbs waiting to engage this. Again, the Widow Mines just, once again, are just going to be very on point here either way. But like I said, Gibbs is just so good.
Has a lot of Widow Mines, though.
Yeah, see, again, Gibbs is just so good at getting that surround off that you're just kind of trapped and your Marines are going to get hit by that as well.
Cleans up the drop in the north as well. The Liberators might come and siege the main, or they're going to siege its natural base.
Oh, that's very good
really
placement.
Have to do some work here. Ooh.
Oh, but they are going to get on top of these Liberators very quickly. They should all get picked off here. But not 4-12 drones get picked off. Oh, those Widow Mines getting some free shots off over here on these Lings. Oh, 12. +1 missile is about to come out for the mutas. What are upgrades right now? It's 2-2. So everything's about equal. Looks like we're going to have 1-1 for flyers and +1 ship weapons coming out for Terran.
Alright, here comes Infestation Pit. I'm curious to see whether Gibbs decides to go upgrades only for the Lings and Banelings, or whether he decides to go some tier 3 tech like Ultras or Broodlords.
I'm actually wondering if he's just going to get the Infestors out and burrow those Infestors and just throw bungles that way.
Oh, that could be really good too.
That's been like the bane of my existence right now. It's so hard to deal with that.
A lot of Banelings being morphed here.
He's going to go for the surround. He's actually in a very good position with these mutas. There's nothing here left for these Marines to get healed up by.
Yeah.
But again, the Liberator count is piling up once again. He's up to 4 Liberators. 3-3 is actually about to finish up for Terran. Which isn't going to do... Which we all know how mutas are going to stack up against that. Oh, that Widow Mine hit. He is getting a push. He's going to clean up everything up here on the high ground, the mutas. What is back home? What does Terran have back home here?
Drop in the north cancels the 5th base.
But I feel army supply is too far ahead in favor of Gibbs. He's actually going to split this army up, clean up the drop, and then push across the map. If he gets a cancel in that
trades
4th...
have been good, but I don't know. I feel like the Terran economy is really strong right now, and Gibbs keeps losing a bunch of drones here and there, and no drones have gone down for MNT.
Oh, there's one of mine's getting picked up.
A good engagement here.
It's actually a very good engagement. Honestly, he can kind of ignore the 4th and just keep pressuring this.
Here we go, though. Now the Terran's gonna start losing some drones, workers, whatever.
Yeah, everything in the 3rd should die here.
Okay, this is really nice for Gibb. This is the thing that he needs to do.
Okay, drop back home to the 4th, however, pushing these drones off. He's gonna get a queen for his trouble, and he might actually get the hatchery here. There's a stem. Nope, that's gonna get cleaned up.
Might not get it. I don't know, dude.
No, he's not gonna get it.
Pulls one drone off to deal with it. I think he accidentally made his swarm host. But at the same time,
He
needs
to get these mutas back. They're eating missile turret shots left and right here. Okay, so it looks like he's just gonna regroup, and he might have made that swarm host accidentally, so...
Yeah, I think he did.
No fungal. There's no infestors coming out, so... I'm a little upset. I wanted to see that fungal.
Fun fact, Snoot and a lot of pro Zerg players unbound the swarm host hotkey so that something like this doesn't happen. That's how bad swarm hosts were at one point.
That's pretty awesome. Ooh, these banelings are starting to morph. There's a small Terran army here. These Woodamines are going to go off, but not before the split kills them. I feel Gibbs just won this game right here. Yeah, I feel Gibbs just won this game right here. There's a pickup.
Here comes the swarm host locust. It's just so funny to see that swarm host walk around with the Zerg army. It's a really good position here for MNT. Getting a lot of kills. But there's a lot of mutas here.
Yeah, Gibbs should just start working on these medevacs and get rid of the healing factor in this game, because those medevacs are going to be like so expensive to replace at this point in the game. He's not mining into 3rd. His natural is mined out. His main is mined out. He's mining on 1 base, MNT here.
Oh, getting us up this production is really big. All these Marines are just walking out and not attacking.
Oh, that one of my barrows is going to get that one. I'm going to get these 5 Marines or Lings coming up. But again, it's all about the main right now.
Yeah, he's just on top of the production. You can't get that big ball of Marines that's really good against Zerglings. 1 Marine at a time, as you can see, just getting terrorized by these Lings.
Yeah, he's realized that this game is over. He's actually trying to frantically throw down 3 more barracks over here in his 4th. He's just floating bases everywhere right now. I think he refuses to believe that he just lost to this. And as we know, once your Terran starts lifting the base, it's over either way. Factory going down. He's actually throwing down a scan into the top left-hand corner to see if that 5th base is there. It looks like he's going to try and float the CC all the way up and land it there. Gibbs is going to leave because he knows at this point that barracks is going to burn down. There's pretty much no production left.
Gibbs is just going to regroup here, make a ton of banelings, and then just...
Oh, he's actually getting the CC that is flying across the map. So he's down to all the, like, 2 CCs, 3 CCs, 2 CCs.
MNT, it looks like he's making a wall out of his barracks here to try and funnel the Lings in so that the Planetary Fortress has a better time dealing with them, but 1 base against 5. It's just looking very grim for Terran, yeah.
These little Lings are going to eat the Widowmine shots here. And again, here comes the swarm once again. He's going to clean all this up. He's going to lift up his few Marines and get them back home.
All the Widowmines are down, so Gib could push into this.
Looks like he's gonna try and push him from two different sides here. He's gonna run him on north and south.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's getting that orbital. I think this is no. There's one orbital left on the map. There's one orbital left. If that does sound, which is not. I'm surprised he's not focusing that orbital.
Well, MNT sent out a drop and then he F2s it back to his army. Losing his meters is really annoying though. This is a decent position for Terran, but
he's kind of stuck. He just, yeah, he just doesn't have anywhere to go. Oh, but that wind mine hit, getting half of those Bailings. It gives, I think, he's starting to realize like he's not going to be able to break this with just Ling Bang Muta.
So here he goes. He's going to try it. Nope, he's pushing back again. He's playing really defensive here. The only form of AoE for the Terran player is this orbital right now. The factory is going to burn out.
There's a drop in what looks like the 5th base of Zerg.
He's going to pull back to deal with this drop.
He is going to get the orbital down up in the north. Nope, not before
Gibbs
Gibbs
slowly
sees it.
starting to mine out on all of his bases too. He's only got 2 mining bases. Or 1.5 actually.
I'm surprised he didn't take another base behind this.
Can MNT do this? His base is not going to get up. He's losing a lot of mules.
Yeah, that's going to be it. Yeah, Frio's going to be it. That was one of his last orbitals. Like, he only had one left in the main. And that's, you know, obviously we know Terran power comes from the mule. Not having that mule production there just kind of killed him off.
Gibbs played really well that game.
I said, man,
But also
Gibbs.
got to give it up to MNT.
I said Gibbs has
That
that.
was pretty crazy.
Let me update the score. It is 4-3 now in favor of INGT. But yeah, Gibbs just has that like that weird ability to be able to surround your army, even though you think you split like perfectly to get away from the Banelings, but because you split, he just gets his Zerglings on top, and it is just that should be it. What is the last map? Played Daybreak, played Echo. I can't see map preferences, so. I think that was all of them. Yeah, so we do have one more match, and it looks like it is going to be on Overgrowth. And this one is for all the marbles. It is 4-3 in favor at INGT right now. This one going the distance, being a very good matchup.
Would they? I'm just curious. Would they allow Tag You're Pregnant to join up with like a actual tournament? I can't imagine like Tastos saying Tag You're Pregnant when introducing the players.
No, I imagine that's one day he would actually have to change.
Or like play on a Smurf account where that's not his name and then they just call him Tag or something.
I do believe who was it? Puck did that every now and then. He used to play as Puck, or he would play as Mello, which is really weird.
I'd have to ask Tag. I think he might have played in a couple tournaments.
I do know a couple of INGT players went down to DreamHack and played there in Texas. Alright guys, so it is the last match.
I remember seeing a bunch of INGT players on ladder.
Yeah, it all kind of dropped off though. And it looks like we're going right back to what we started out with on the night. It's PVZ on Overgrowth. And spawning into the top right-hand corner of Overgrowth LE is the orange Protoss Shifu Onion. And in the bottom left-hand corner, the red Zerg player representing INGT, Gibzilla. Going off a very nice Ling Bang Muta game. The good luck, have fun's going out. Very polite up in here tonight. I mean, for just one game anyway. But we're going on over. Good to see this probe coming across. And probe getting over here, you know, just poking around, see what he's going to find.
Fun
Gateway's
fact,
going down.
Shifu in Chinese means master. So if you've ever watched Kung Fu Panda, first time I watched Kung Fu Panda, I watched it with a Chinese family, and they were laughing throughout the whole movie because the little, I can't even remember what, it's like a raccoon or something, the master, Poe's master in Kung Fu Panda, his name is Master Shifu. My Chinese friends were laughing because it means master.
So Gibbs actually playing pretty safe here because he took this probe for his drone and looked around the top part of his base. A lot of people I don't know realize this, but you can actually sneak a probe across the top part of the creep. Because creep vision doesn't go farther than what you can actually see. And you can actually like sneak some pylons and gateways up here in the top left hand corner, like Gibbs' base. So hatchery going down, slightly behind the Nexus has already started up. Cybernetic core going down. Yeah, everything looking pretty standard, so let's look around the map a bit, see what we can find. Any crazy, like, interesting objects on the map somewhere.
Orion being cheeky here, doing a couple pylon blocks. Making sure the Zerg can't play uber greedy. But, Gibzilla again going with the pull first, so it's the Lings to deal with this.
So, down between Gibbs, third, and the natural, what is that statue? Is that like, what do you think that is? Is that a Zealot or is that an Adept?
I think it's a Zealot?
I think it's a Zealot too, but I can't quite make it out.
Yeah, I've just highlighted the Adept and it kind of looks more Zealot-like.
There's probably a
It could just
Zealot.
be a shrine to Protoss in general.
True.
I like the cricket noises and frog noises on this map too.
Yeah, it's a very nice touch to this map. So this is we're going to go out, take over this watchtower. There's not much going on in this game. Everybody just playing kind of safe, standard. But Gibbs did take that third, and I do believe the Zerglings picking off that pylon kind of gave the signal that says, hey, I'm going for this third base. I'm going to play greedy, get ahead of you economically. So I imagine this is going to play along like what we saw earlier, just some massive depth pressure. Resident Glaive should
Keep
be
an eye on
starting
this
up.
Overlord coming up here because there's an evolution chamber and there's a bunch of Lings coming out.
Yeah, there's a Stalker out too. We got a Dark Shrine on the way.
Okay, this is your standard Protoss build in PvZ currently. It's a 4 DT drop. If that doesn't work, turn it into an Archon. Sometimes the Protoss will just ignore the DTs altogether and then just warp the DTs straight into Archons.
There's a Stalker in place. It's going to pick off this Overlord or push it away at least. So we won't see any kind of cheeky drop going down there. But Gibbs needs to identify this. If he does not identify that Dark Shrine going down, we're going to be in Gibbs is going to be in a very tight spot here.
He is taking a fairly normal timed lair, so he does have the capability of getting Overseers out. He has a Baneling too. Archon drop is really good against Zergling Baneling, and it can slow Zergling Baneling is one of those snowball comps where you need a mass amount of them to be good. You want to have like double the supply of your opponent if you can. You just overwhelm them with mass numbers, but if you can slow the numbers down of how many Zerglings you have in a big ball with the Archon drop, whittle that down, it's going to be tough for Zerg.
Alright, so it looks like Gibbs is going to move out. He's going to check this third. You can see there's a third here trying to pick off that Nexus. I imagine it's just going to get cancelled as soon as his link showed up. Yeah, it's going to get cancelled. He just needs to focus the Nexus. He's a depth in a very good spot.
Well.
He's a depth in a very good spot here.
If he doesn't try and cancel this Nexus, he might not get it. Whoa.
The DT's here. Yeah, the DT's are here. He's going to push this off. That might have been a micro mistake. I feel he made a mistake there.
Yeah,
just
he
let
really
it
should
go.
have got that Nexus cancel.
Looks like he's going to go back, but the Warp Prism's on the way. The DTs are out. Where's this drone going? I was going to say, where's that drone going?
For Banelings. There's
Interesting.
Zerg coming. He thinks that he's going to defend with the DTs. He doesn't realize that they're across the map. Gib has some
He knows now.
leaving the
He
base
knows now.
Oh, they're all leaving.
He does have a sport collar in place here, though, but this queen is just going to get picked off. So, alright, so here we go, boys. Let's see how many drones. Oh, he's just going to focus the third. He's just going to focus the third. He'll get the third, too. That micro with the Warp Prism.
Yeah, he's
Third is going to go down. There's a fourth down, however.
Fourth too. If you
Yeah, he's going to see the fourth.
Well.
Yeah, this is guaranteed fourth.
Same time, Zergling's not being able to shut down this third base. This is a really big deal. Invested so much in shutting this down, and he's only fighting the army. He's not attacking the Nexus. Only now on the Nexus now.
Where'd the Warp Prism go? It's not the fourth anymore. Oh, he's bringing it back. Realizing that he's gotten enough damage. Oh, he's actually going into the natural. This photon overcharge should just push this away, however.
But Gibbs trading armies, he really needs to take down that Nexus.
I don't think he's A-clicked the Nexus. So every time his fight starts, he just gets pushed off. He just keeps rallying more lings across the map. He's just throwing resources away here. Take a look at the units.
He's on the way out now.
Taking away the units lost versus resources. It's 83 units lost to 18. Gives us also like 3,400 resources here.
Orion's got 4 Archons now. 5 gateways about to finish up here. This gateway explosion is going to be really nice for him. He's going to have 9 gateways altogether.
He's got 4 Archons out here.
Base, though.
Baneling's about to finish up. Ling's gonna push in, he's gonna tank for these Archons. He's gonna get 1 Archon, but these Hydras are just gonna get chewed up and spit out.
Ooh!
That micro! Oh my gosh, that micro! It's reminiscent of a certain Protoss player. What Prism of 2 Archons killing off entire Zerg army.
Okay, this is interesting because he does. He picked off the 3rd base for Gib, but Gib had the sneaky 4th base, so he just transferred the workers down there. So it's not like he had a lot of lost mining time while he was waiting for this 3rd base to get rebuilt. That's really nice for him, and he does pick up that 3rd base eventually as well.
But there's a big push coming across right now from Onion.
He doesn't die to this counterattack. I think he's in a good position, but with the 9 gateways behind this, and the Warp Prism's coming with another Immortal, it's going to be really difficult. There's a lot of high-tech units here.
Oh, he's just going to push into the 4th.
At the front.
He's just going to push into the 4th here. And I think it...
Is there enough for Gib?
Yeah. He's actually stalling, but the 2 Immortals are here, and there's a warping of 6 more Stalkers. And good luck, man.
Oh, these lanes gonna get caught. It's a really bad positioning for Gib here. The offensive blink, I think Orion's gonna take the game. Down goes the Zerg army. There's no more Hydras, only Lings flooding out now.
Mom spaghetti.
Knees weak, Mom spaghetti.
GG.
This is way of GGing, guys. Vomit on his sweater already, Mom spaghetti. The game's over.
I do believe we have 1 more Masters player for INGT, if I remember right. That was Gibbs. yeah, we have one more game for you guys. This will be it. It is currently 4-4 in the series. This one is going the distance. Alright, so I do believe our next player was going to be Blitz. Or is it Thurston? I think it's Thurston.
That means PvP?
I think so. Unfortunately, we do not have our player we were hoping was going to be on.
You may suggest Thurston to the party because he's online.
Yeah, I'll suggest him. I don't know if he's going to play though. He was kind of against it earlier. It's Blitz. Okay, Blitz is available. Next matchup is going to be a PVT. Unless Blitz is going to play Zerg, which would be interesting. So he is a Terran player.
Right. Plays
Yeah, I wouldn't. I'd rather him play his main. I was gonna say playing the Terran. Alright guys, last match going in. Alright, last match of the game, guys. Spawning into the top of Vani Research Station is the Orange Protoss from ConFd. Onion? Shifu Onion? That face. Yeah. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Vani Research Station is the blue Terran player, Blitz.
and jets. Blub-a-dub-dub.
So like what Blitz is doing here, again, he's putting the barracks back. He's kind of making it a little bit more protected from that cheeky probe coming out, you know, poke barracks, trying to take out the SCV building. Sato to Stem does this a lot, and he's really good at doing it. As you can see, he's going to start poking on that SCV. He's going to get pushed off and say, "No way, sir." So one thing is really unique about Research Station here is his Pocket Expo. A lot easier to defend, but again, it just drops can pop across here, pop across PV, and just get right in there. So it's actually kind of interesting because a lot of times I play on ladder, and like I don't know if a lot of people know that's there. So they'll actually expand forward, and a lot of Zerg players do this. And I was just like, I've actually wasted like 2 or 3 scans going like, did he take his third there? Did he take his third there? I'm like, no. But anyway, Reaper on the way out. Back home, we have a cybernetic score on the way. Pretty standard opening for both players. This Reaper could actually get there for... nope, okay. I was going to say, that Reaper could get there a lot sooner before that cybernetic score actually finished. The motion core is on the way. And Blitz, I think he's going to throw his factory down to front. Nope, he's going to throw it down here. Alright, let's see how much work he gets done with his Reaper. Oh, I lost my co-caster, guys, so it's back down to solo casting. It's definitely a lot more entertaining casting with somebody. I've co-cast or solo casted so many games in the past, it's not even... just gets tired by the end of it. But I'm surprised this Reaper didn't try and push up into the main here. I get that he's keeping it out to look for like proxies and so forth, however... oh, this Adept's gonna come up. He gets the bunker down. Close the door, close the door! Nope. Alright, the Marines are going to push away this Adept, and he's not going to get anything for his trouble. Oh, he locks the Adept inside. That was actually very good. He's going to chase his Adept. He's going to get... alright, he's going to get picked off. Didn't get the shade. Reaper just chilling out over here. I feel like he should put this Reaper in a lot sooner into the main. Nah, you know, when his motion core didn't have the energy for photon overcharge. But as you're getting here too late, it's just an Adept in a motion core. He's got to burn the photon overcharge and push this away, because he knows he's going to have another one. What did Gibbs see with that? Or Blitz here? He sees a Robo, but did he see the robotics facility? That is the question. So it looks like we're going to go to some possibly Colossus and Disruptor play. Which is going to be a lot of fun to see Disruptors come out. Again, everything just looking pretty standard overall. There's actually a drop coming out. Looks like we're going to have a Wood of Mine drop on the way across the map. However, again, back home, the observers are out. The robotics facility's up. Just, this is going to get pushed off. It's not going to get much done. Already got 2 Stalkers in place here, and a Adept as well. A 3rd Stalker being warped in. So this Wood of Mine's not even going to get a chance to burrow completely and get a shot off. And Blitz just playing macro. He's playing very passive. He keeps trying to put pressure on the Protoss player, but again, this drop is just going to get pushed off. He's going to bury 1 Wood of Mine to stop the first one, but the Photon Overcharge should go down here. I feel he should have Photon Overcharge. He would have gotten that Medevac and the Wood of Mine. That is definitely worth it in the energy trade-off. But this Wood of Mine Medevac is now just officially trapped. So Twilight Council on the way. It looks like we have Warp Prism Speed on the way. And there's no 3rd on the way out yet. So there's going to be a lot of 2-base play. I imagine 3rds are going to go down about the 6-minute mark. The scan going down. He's actually looking for the Observer, and he will not get it. See if he brings another scan for the Observer. Nope, he's just going to let it go. There's a little Marine coming out here to look around. I think he's looking for a 3rd. He needs to confirm if there's a 3rd there or not. But the Warp Prism is about to drop in. Ooh, is he gonna drop? Is he gonna drop? I think there's a disruptor in this warp prism. Oh, losing about 5 Marines there. Look, he's about to kill his own supply depot being built. Not a bad pickup, but he does know the disruptors are in play. Anyway, as we were looking, I was talking to Raven, I apologize, but again, disruptor dropping in right into the SCV supply line. If 4 SCVs going down for that, this disruptor harass is really starting to be noticed. This Marine doing a great job of pushing this third off. But again, 3 Stalkers versus 1 Marine. Not even Jim Raider can get out of this one, boys. Oh, poor Jimmy. Trying to keep an eye on this warp prism to see what else he can pick up. The missile turrets here are definitely in a good place to keep this away and push off. Gibbs playing a really safe game. Or Gibbs, apologize. Blitz playing a really safe game on 2 base. This warp prism getting poked at, going to get deflected. Again, he knows the hole is here. I imagine he's going to try and drop here again. Drop the scale, looking for the 3rd. No, big push come out. This looks like a Blink Stalker Disruptor. There are no Liberators in play here, so big thing about that is he was going to use the Disruptors. Oh, there's 1 Liberator in play. And he's going to use the Disruptor to break this bunker and then blink up the ramp and get in on top of Blitz. But Blitz is in a very tight spot here. He's trapped himself, so to speak. Like, against this many Stalkers, I don't think he identified what exactly was coming. And the lack of a 3rd, I feel he was trying to play a macro game. Oh, that's going to be game right there, boys. Huge hit from that Disruptor. Another one. Getting go from the bunker. Blinks right up. Going to poke out the Liberator here. And that's just pretty much going to be game. GG's called. Alright, so congrats to ConFed for the 5-4 victory tonight. However, I am going to give that MVP to Laser Wave. That insane 3-game run he had. Insanely good games. So he had Blitz and Clan chat here just yelling tanks. Like he knew he needed the tanks. He just didn't do anything. Like I feel a lot of Terran players right now either A, play like very hyper aggressive, or we want to try and just macro up. And when we think we're going to get a macro game, this big push like this Stalker Disruptor comes out, and you're just not prepared to deal with it. And a lot of bases like this is like just very small base and so forth. Yeah, Laser Wave putting on that 3-game run. I mean, really good run he had. Taking out a Masters player, even in the series, of really well for us. He gave us the lead, or gave INGT the lead. But the final scores is going to be 5-4 in favor of ConFed. Great games overall tonight, guys. The next Clan War for INGT should be Wednesday. I do believe that is going to be a 1 Plats, 3 Diamonds, and 2 Masters. So yours truly might decide to play in that one. And outside that, again, I will throw this up into YouTube for you guys if you want it there, and it'll be up on my Twitch for a little while. Anyway, guys, have a good night. Thanks for stopping in, and I wish you luck on ladder.